Hi, everyone. This is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and I'm excited to be with y'all this evening. I've got several people that have told me they're going to be jumping on here in just a couple of minutes or so. I am an intuitive psychic medium. I work here out of the Sugarland area, basically southwest of Houston. So I've got like clients coming on from different parts of the world. And some of them, this is their first time that they're going to get to see me. So I'm really excited about that. It's one of those, I love creating videos like this that help so many people from different walks of life and different areas, and it helps us kind of work through what we're going through. And right now, a lot of us are going through a lot of stuff with this grand conjunction that just happened today. It's one of those, it has been coming on for a while, and so some people have been having I don't want to say issues, but things coming up or triggers coming up for, I want to say, probably like 3 weeks or so. So this is something that's coming on stronger and stronger, and this energy isn't going away. So a lot of people have asked me over the last 2 weeks, like, oh, when is this going to end? It's not like a Mercury in retrograde where it starts, it has a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? Within a month or two. No, this energy is with us for the next 20 years, and it's going to be affecting everything that's going on for the next 20 years. It's one of those, this kind of just stays with us for a while. And then we've one of the big things that a lot of people don't really understand is we have been in earth signs for about 200 years, and we are flipping, as of today, we're flipping into air signs. And so things that were keeping us grounded, or things that were really important to us, like buying a home or buying land or buying something or buying a car, those sort of things, that kind of thinking will go by the wayside. It's not going to go away tomorrow or today or anything like that. It's going to start slipping away from us, and we're going to get more of a global consciousness of what is coming at all of us. What we've been through is kind of the me. I want to be safe. I want to be secure. I want to be this way. And what's coming in as of today is more of, how can we help everybody else? How can we do this for other people? Now, it's not that there's never been any people like that on earth that have been like that. It's just one of those, it's going to start affecting more and more people as we move through this energy, which is kind of cool and interesting. So even the people that you were going, oh, they're never going to get a conscience, you're going to see those people starting to flip and change. Everybody seems to be having sometimes very little issues to a lot of issues coming up with this switch over. I have a couple of people jumping on, so if y'all have any questions, please ask them, and I will be more than happy to answer them. So before we get started, I thank y'all so much for joining me and supporting me and my business. If you like this content and enjoy videos like this, please like, subscribe, share, and comment on my videos. It's one of those, I love that. I had a lot of people that were on me with me for the last couple of them. This is lesson number 11. So if you have just joined me and you haven't been watching the other 10 videos, take time over the next couple weeks. Don't binge watch them, because there's a lot of homework in there. There's a lot of things to think about, and there's a couple of meditations as well. And at the end of tonight, we will be doing a meditation as well. And so this will come up as lesson number 11, and then that will be added on as lesson 11 meditation. So one of the things that a lot of people have been dealing with is a lot of triggers. And so a couple of the ways this starts to come in is, people may feel stressed, angry, sad, frustration, overwhelmed, sick, tired, fearful, worried, headaches, buzzing in the ears, ringing in the ears. I think headaches, body aches, or pains, and it feels like, and the pains are not like, hey, I hit myself yesterday and now there's a pain there. No. This is like almost like a pinching, or almost like a removal of energy for a lot of people. So this has been something that's been coming on our planet for a while, and so this could have been going on for the last 2 to 3 weeks or so. I myself usually get triggered first, and so I've kind of go through it a little bit before everybody else. So it's not like I didn't get affected. I just get affected before everybody else. So one of the things that's really important is when you're feeling this energy, when you're feeling the sad, the overwhelmed, the fear, the headaches, the scared, sick, all of that, the frustration, is think about what triggered or what was happening just prior to that time frame. So what was going on with you right before this happened? Usually that's going to give you an indication of what your triggers are and how you can start dealing with them and start pulling them out. I often tell people that triggers are almost like a pearl necklace. So you're gonna have a pearl, and then that string is gonna lead you to the next trigger, and you're gonna go on and on. So this pearl is gonna take you down to this pearl, and then you're gonna go to the next one. And it's kind of an interesting way to do this is to start thinking about when you're feeling these feelings right before that, what was happening, what was going on in your environment. Sometimes it can be triggers of different types of things. Things that made you angry today probably may not have made you angry 6 months ago or a year ago. So that's kind of that interesting energy of like, this is really interesting. Why am I being triggered by this? And it's a pearl to kind of follow. It's like, I'm being interested in this. So it's like, where's the next one? Where did this go? And it's going back in time. So if this triggered me today, when did I get triggered last? And you're going to kind of follow that string to the next trigger, and then looking at that over and over again. It's like, okay, now where's the next one? And a lot of times these have been over your lifetime. Sometimes I was working with a client yesterday, and she had like 20 of them just in this life alone. And then we started going into past life. So then it's like, okay, now let's follow that into past lives and see where that energy goes. So we just kept going on and on and on and on until we found the beginning of it, and we were able to fix and heal that. And it kind of started nodding, kind of like an interesting kind of like just opening up. And so then she was feeling like, wow, because I had that incident with my husband, I had this incident with my boyfriend 15 years ago. And because it's like over and over and over and over. So it's kind of an interesting, cool way to start finding those triggers. And I guarantee you, once you start looking at one, other ones are going to start coming up, but you want to stay focused on the one that's most prominent with you. And then when you finish or figure out where the root of that one is, so then you can start relaxing that energy, you'll start finding another one. It's like, oh, now it's kind of like, oh, I thought I cleaned up the room and now there's more I need to take care of or deal with. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's interesting because it's giving you signs of where this could get you caught later on. And like I said, not only is this energy really strong today, it's going to be with us for 20 years. So it's like, if you don't have time today, when are you going to have time to work through this energy? When are you going to have time to work on this? You've got to have time to work on you at least some of the time so that you can move forward and you can let this go and it doesn't affect you or freak you out as much or whatever it is. It's like that coming on. So it's one of those, you want to make sure that you're following the energy or anything that triggers you over especially the next probably 3 months or so, anything that is triggering you, kind of start finding that next trigger, following it all the way back to the beginning. And that's a really good way of start thinking about this is finding those triggers. And I have had clients telling me that they have had all kinds of strange phenomena kind of, let's see, one of them has been, I've had a couple of them tell me that they've been dizzy or wobbly. I had one wobbly and like 6 dizzy. And it's, let me see, I've had 24 headaches, not me, myself, but clients working on things. We're talking tingling in the feet, tingling in the legs, tingling in the hips, buzzing in the ears, not being able to clear your ears or not being able to hear as well. Let's see. Trying to think of some of the other triggers that we really stressed, really overwhelmed, really kind of just out of sorts. One of them was telling me that it's one of those, everything around her has been bothering her or amping her up. And so it's kind of a crazy way of doing it. But it's one of those, it's important to keep in mind that these triggers are happening for a reason, and it's so that you can remove them. Let's see. The Mendez boys, I love them. They're so cute. At 3 a.m., I heard people talking in the living room, and I couldn't hear what they said. I will tell you that that's kind of the other part of this is a lot of people that don't have a lot of triggers, or as they start working through the triggers that they do have, their abilities are amping up a lot. So I've had many clients tell me that they have heard talking from a different room. They have had their angels and guides come and communicate with them. They have seen archangels. They have seen more ghosts. I had one that saw a ghost when she was driving. It's one of those, it starts amping up that energy and starts, your abilities just start turning on, but your triggers are what keeping you connected to the earth. Everything that's not letting you fly or sail away or kind of jump into your new life or world, that's what's keeping you bound to this. So so the Mendez boys, I'm gonna answer that. It's like that was your angels and guides all communicating of how they can support you through this energy of the next couple of months. Like I said, it's going to be really high for a couple of months, and it's not going to turn down, but then we're going to get used to it. It's kind of like, we're going to get used to the energy more and more, and so it won't feel as heavy for us. It will make it much easier. So Carmen is saying, yeah, she's been hearing someone call her name. I feel like that's a grandmother, Carmen. I feel like grandmother energy with that. So I would basically communicate with your grandmother. I feel more on mom's side, so it may be a grandmother or a great grandmother. Selena is saying something buzzed my ear while I was in line at the store on Saturday, and it felt like it turned a fan on in my ear. That's a great, interesting way to say it, Selena. Selena, it is like that. It's one of those, all of a sudden your ears start tingling or vibrating, or you'll start hearing humming, buzzing, ringing, all of that. It just depends on how you communicate with the other side, but it's like, that is it coming up. So we're going to go through a couple of things that are going to assist in that. One of the things that is really amping people up as well is that their dreams are amplifying. And so if you've been through my class, you understand that everybody has different gifts and abilities. We have access to all of them, yet at the same time, we are going to be drawn to our gifts and abilities that are stronger than everything else. So if we are clairvoyant, where we're more seeing, we're going to start seeing more ghosts and angels and that sort of thing, archangels. If we're more clairaudient, our hearing is going to start amping up. And to clear that out, or to get the vibration out of there, we are going to hear buzzing, ringing, fan noise, buzzing, humming, all of that kind of stuff. And that's that ability starting to clear out and getting rid of things that haven't been moving it forward. So if dreams are one of your abilities, just like clairvoyant, if you're a dreamer, meaning you have clear, very active dreams going on. Sometimes people will even know that they are dreaming and kind of have that awareness, like, wow, I'm dreaming this. Is this really cool? Or this is really interesting. So that can be really something to majorly to keep an eye on. I often tell people to keep a dream journal by their bedside. A notebook is perfectly fine. I always tell people the best part is click pens. So have a notebook and just kind of jot down any notes that you get. Carmen is saying, I guess she's been having really clear dreams. That's part of it. The best part of this, Carmen, is that you're getting clear messages. A lot of times, if people have not been using this ability, just like the hearing, like all of a sudden it's going to amp up. Your ability to be able to decipher your dreams gets better and better. And because you're getting clear dreams and you're not going, what the heck was that? Or why are they talking about this? And this doesn't make any sense. It's one of those, what I get is That's one of your super gifts and abilities, is to be able to dream and see so far in the future. And that's what's great about doing a dream journal is everybody has a built-in delay system for their dreaming. So some people, if they dream, their dream will come true in 3 days. Other people will dream a dream and it'll come true in 5 days. Sometimes dreams will come true in 2 weeks or 6 months or a year, whatever it is. But if you're keeping a dream journal, when you have, or when it comes up, you can go, wait, I think that reminds me of a dream I had. And you can go back to the beginning and go, oh, wait, so my delay system is this far back. So I know that I have between now and 10 weeks, whatever it is, to be able to get that information or clear it out or understand it or ask again, like, give me that same dream again. So that's a really, so Megan is asking, what about dreams about tornadoes? Tornadoes are all about clearing energy. So tornadoes is kind of, have you ever just like turned on your ceiling fan on high? And I know Megan has cats because Megan and I, we've had class together. So if you turned on your ceiling fan on high, all that cat hair is just going to start flying off, right, and fall to the ground. Well, if we turn it upside down, that's really a tornado. So what a tornado does is as it spins up, it's going to clear everything out of the way, even energy. So everything is going to get cleared out of the way of that energy to be cleared out. So I would tell you, Megan, look at what is being cleared out by the tornadoes. Is it a house? Is it land? Is it something else? Like, what is it clearing out? And that's maybe kind of giving you an idea of like where one of your triggers are or where something is you need to clear up or clean up. When you write down your dreams, I often tell people, if you feel anything at all during your dream, please make sure to write it down. So if you are having a dream about the tornado and you're not worried about it, that's okay. But are you worried about something, like I'm worried about the house, then that's telling you kind of like, this is where I need to go to. Any of your stressed, overwhelmed, any of that energy is going to amp you up so that you'll know where that next trigger is, where that next bead is, pearl is. So the Mendez boys are saying, I am keep on getting dreams about getting a new house, and I am always going straight into the basement. So going into the basement is all about getting regrounded. So think about how you don't feel grounded at times. So that for you, kind of the Mendez boys, I'm kind of getting the idea or the message that this is all about not feeling grounded where you're at, and therefore you want to move, your energy wants to move into a new space. You can clear and ground the house that you are in now, but it's one of those, going into the basement is all about going beneath the ground, beneath the house, and getting in that that space of being grounded. So Megan is saying that during the tornado, she's trying to get away. So it's one of those, so you are avoiding the tornado, which is clearing energy. So what are you afraid of clearing out? So this is usually what she's saying is usually she's in the open and she sees it coming. So what have you been afraid of in the open? It doesn't matter what it is. That's one of your triggers, is being left out in the open or unprotected. And then not being able to get away or get into a secure location. So think about that. But if your dreams are giving you a lot of emotions, that's telling you this is the next trigger. This is where you need to go next. So make sure that you are working through this energy and working through those pearls. I've had several people that have required past life regressions with me to kind of like follow those pearls through the lifetime. So that's something that we can always set up. And it's one of those, it's just bringing you to an understanding of what is coming at you and how can we fix or repair this as this great energy keeps moving onto our planet. So one of the things that can kind of help calm this down a little bit or kind of clear things out, I would say it's kind of like a body assistance. Oh, here we go. Selena's saying she dreamt of her old boss, Rose, and a situation in the dream fell in her favor. So it's one of those, it's someone else getting what you deserve. That's what it's about, Selena, is your boss, your old boss, Rose, was in a situation where she got what you should have received. So it's one of those, so you may feel jealous of someone else, or you may feel like they're blessed in some way that you're not blessed. It's something like that. It's kind of like and it may not be a total, jealousy, because I don't feel like jealousy, but it's like someone else getting something that you didn't get, or you should have gotten and someone else received it. So kind of like, hey, they got the trophy and you didn't. So that's kind of like that energy. I don't feel necessarily like it's jealousy necessarily. It's someone got something that you were supposed to get. So Kendra kind of changed her message there, and she keeps having dreams about dying. So dreams about dying are not necessarily dreams of you dying. Very rarely that is. I would say 99.9% of the time that's a dream about you changing chapters in your life. And what this is all about is kind of letting go of the old. And that's what we're doing in this whole grand conjunction, is kind of letting go of the old and walking into the new. So it's one of those, I would say, Kendra, keep track of your dreams. And are you afraid of something in your dream? Do you keep dying in the same manner? So think about your dream. And often it's kind of like, look at it from a wider perspective. So it's kind of like, don't look at it too closely. It's kind of like, where can I pull out and look at it and kind of like look at the whole dream almost like a movie, like push out of it, and it makes it a little bit easier. Kind of like, okay, if I wasn't in this, how would I feel about this? Carmen is saying, if something is attached to my sister-in-law, can it get onto us because there's something evil and she will be here at Christmas? So that brings us right into Carmen. Awesome. You get a gold star for the day. So this kind of brings us into assistance that we need to start working on. So one of the things that's going to help kind of removing the triggers from us is taking salt baths. Salt baths are an easy, quick way to cleanse off old, stale, stuck energy. That will help you feel like, wow, I've released it. And I always tell people, it's kind of like, have you ever like washed your hands and you felt like something, like it's still there, or it's not 100% gone? It's kind of the same thing. So even though we're releasing some of these triggers, some of that old energy may be still stuck in there. And when we do a salt tub, that's going to release it and let it go. Doing meditations that are grounding. I have a couple of them that are really, really grounding that I did a couple of months ago. One is my chakra cleanse, and it's online. And I think the link is below. If not, I will do that before I go to bed tonight. I will add that link on there. And then there's another one called a tree meditation, which is really, really great for regrounding. Tonight, before we finish tonight, we will do a meditation online, and then I'll have that up going for you to start using and start amplifying and kind of like regrounding yourself. So that kind of grounding is an easy way to do it. So I would say the next thing is, one of the things that I often use, this is just a salt rock. Now, granted, it's pretty big. The ones I normally use are really, really small, but mine are, like I said, they're small, like this size. Okay. So it's one of those, I often lick on them, and it actually helps. You can do the same thing if you have like granulated salt. You can just lick your finger and dip into it, and that can kind of help reground yourself. But what you're trying to do is not only reground yourself, but clear off that energy as well. The other one, it's really important, is I have an energetic cleansing spray. And so this is really powerful, and it will keep your energy clear. So if someone around you has negative energy, or you've released something but don't have time to take a shower yet or take a tub yet, you can kind of spray this on, and that will help relax it a little bit more and kind of get it even better ready to leave and to get to that stage. Okay. So I am going to pull a couple of angel cards. If y'all have any other questions, I will answer them as they come up. I'm really going to concentrate on the next month, because that's what I feel is something that is really kind of as we're going through this transition. So Carmen is saying, yes, we use it on our way out and when we get back from home. That is, I have so many people that absolutely love this spray. I use mine. I literally take it everywhere with me. I don't leave. Like people used to say, don't leave home without an American Express. It's like I never leave home without this. I constantly use that. I have an energy spray that is also kind of formulated for the new year. So it's the 2021 year spray. And so that's going to be really powerful as well. And it's going to have amazing energy. We're working on that and kind of bringing in also a salt tub that is a 2021 energy thing. So the first card I pull is all about romance. Okay. And this isn't necessarily romance, like falling in love with, a spouse or whatever it is. This is more like, now that you've cleared things out, what are you trying to draw to you? Once we've cleaned that away energetically, what do you want to put back in its place? So think about that. It's one of those, what would you want to bring back into this energy? What would you like to bring? So if you're letting go of a trigger of, I'm going to go back to Selena's thing. So if you go back to a trigger of someone getting something that you deserved, how would you want to bring that in? You could see yourself getting the trophy. You could see yourself getting the bonus check. You could see yourself getting the trip. You could see yourself winning the car, whatever that is. It's seeing that trigger and flipping it 100% around after you get rid of the trigger. So this is really is very, very positive and very, very important. So Carmen is saying her romance has been better than ever, and it's on my new vision board. And that is so important. I have several of the videos that I've done, of the 11 that I've done, all talking about vision boards. I am still in the works of doing mine, but I am close to the end, and I usually do two. I do one that has more family and relationships and things I want for the family, that sort of thing. And then I will do another one that is all about amping up, it's like my business, just kind of more business related. I put several of my business cards on there and pray for my clients that will be coming through the door. I pray for the clients that I have now, because usually that's how I get my new client is most of my clients are referred by someone else. And so it's one of those, I will get one off of Google, and then then they'll refer me to several other people. So that's really good. So the next thing to know for the next 30 days is about harmony and bringing in this new level of peace. If you are having triggers, you're not in harmony. You are feeling anything but harmony. So when a trigger shows up, try to be in action as quickly as possible, taking a little bit of time for yourself and kind of going through the process of finding that next pearl, going from pearl through the string to the next one. Okay, this is what's triggering me. This is where it is. And then where can I find this in other places in my life? And then if, at some point you may go, wow, I feel like this is taking me back to another previous life. And that's when we may have to do a past life regression to kind of pull that out and get all of that out. And usually if you have it in one past life, you may have it in more than one. I had my last past life regression. We went through 4 lifetimes before we got to the end trigger of where it was. So that's really, really powerful of what's going on and how this energy is coming about. So one of the last card I'm going to pull for us is all about surrender and releasing. Surrender and releasing is not holding on to things. If someone did something wrong to you, don't hold on to that negative energy. Don't hold on to it. Surrender it and let it go. It's one of those, that's their karma, but you've been holding on to that karma. You've been hanging on to it so tightly, it can't go anywhere. It can't get them because you're hanging on to that. So what you require doing is finding the trigger, letting all of that energy go, and then all of a sudden, karma's going to snap them in the head, and you're like, oh, wow, I've been waiting for that for 6 years or 10 years or 20 years or whatever it is. And it's like, because you've been holding on to that karma for them, they couldn't get it. Yes, Carmela, that is the thing that a lot of people have been really afraid of is kind of just letting things go and moving into your own power. That's what all of these lessons are about. This is what I'm doing this meditation for. I will probably be doing another online event on Monday, next Monday as well. And I will do it probably 9 o'clock on Monday. I will be talking about the energy coming up, how, if there's any more triggers coming forward, and I will be doing a meditation on that day too. So it's one of those, another healing meditation. We'll see how, like, what meditation angels and guides ask me to do at that time. But this is all about letting things go. If you want harmony, if you want peace in your life, if you want to be able to go, I'm not worried about what's coming up because I feel in harmony. I feel like things are just flowing. I feel like things are just like, I think about it and then all of a sudden it appears in my face and it's like, wow, that's amazing. This is the part that you should be working on. It's one of those, don't hang on to someone else's junk or old energy. And that's what a lot of us have been doing for a long time. And it's one of those, once you let it go, you do. Carmen, that's what she's saying is, it's so much lighter once you let it go. It is amazing. It's almost like I can barely hold my feet on the ground because I've let go of so much stuff. And it's like, wow. And that kind of brings us back to, here we go, back into Aquarius, which is an air sign. We want to be floating on this cloud. And it's one of those, and not that other triggers won't come up. It's one of those, we have lots of triggers, but work through it. As once you see it, like, be as quickly as you can, working through that process of finding where is the root of that so I can let this go and relax this energy and just, I'm not holding on to this anymore. So then it kind of, like I said, smacks the person who started all the karma, kind of lets it go back to them, because that's not our part. It's like, that's God's part. I always say that's Creator's part. If they need to be punished for that or whatever it is, like, that's his part. That's not my part. My job is to let it go and keep the lesson. The lesson is the most important part. I can't even count the number of times where people go, no, in my office about an ex-spouse or an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, an ex-brother or sister, whatever it is. And Selena's saying the same thing. We're going to be working on it, Selena, tomorrow. Letting things go that have been bothering you for way too long. Once you learn how to do this and kind of see that trigger and following it down to the next one, it makes life so much easier and so much brighter. I literally was talking to a client earlier today that we did a past life regression last week. And she was like, oh my gosh, she goes, I feel like I could just float. And she has been holding on to so much old stuff that it has been just overwhelming for her. She lost in like 4 days, she lost like 6 pounds just because she had let that weight go of just like, I don't have to hold on to this anymore. I don't have to hold on to something my mom did to me when I was a kid or my uncle said to me, whatever it is. That makes life so much easier. So we are going to do a meditation. I am so excited for you guys. Get in a comfortable spot. And if you're used to me in class, this is going to be lots and lots and lots of fun. So we are going to, this is my notes for my meditation. I will put a link down below once everything gets uploaded tonight. It usually takes a little bit of time for everything to get going in the right direction. So I will leave links down below. And if you go back to my YouTube channel, you can find all of the lessons and all of the meditations. Make sure that you're doing your work so you can move forward with ease and with the confidence that you know you've got this, okay? We've all got this. So we are ready. So I'm going to, okay, here we go, guys. There we go. Okay. This is lesson 11 meditation, and this is all with grounding and relaxing energy around us. So we're going to start with a few deep breaths in through your nose, down and through your chest, and all the way back out. Deep breath in through your nose, down and through your chest, and all the way back out. relaxing your energy even more, relaxing your head, your shoulders, relaxing your back, your shoulder blades, all the way down your arms, relaxing your spine, all the way down to the tip of the tailbone, relaxing your hips, your thighs, your knees, all the way down to the tippy toes, relaxing one more time. And as we open up our third eye, I just want you to think about the most beautiful waterfall you have ever seen. And I want you to reach up with your eyes as far as you can, and you can see it cascading off. Beautiful mist of rainbows coming down. You can see it hitting the rocks and bouncing back out into the air. And it just keeps coming and coming. You can feel that water energy flowing over your whole system. And I want you to look down and around your body. You are in the water. You are in this water, and it's beautiful rainbow colored water. You have beautiful, brilliant blues and greens, yellows, orange, red, purples. Just amazing energy around here. Energetically, I want you to just start splashing this water over your face, your head. You can even dive into the water and submerge completely, and then come up and take a huge breath. Just feeling every cell in your body starting to vibrate with this waterfall energy. Feeling this energy coming into every cell in your body, bringing your cells and your DNA into a new healed stage. Keep splashing, and this time we're going to focus on our neck and our shoulders, all the way down our spine, and we are just going to splash the water over our heads, and we can feel it hitting our shoulder blades and our back. We're just going to keep splashing it, and we're just going to keep relaxing and releasing energy. You may even feel tingles, slight pulls or tugs on your energy wherever it's stuck, all the way down to your tailbone. It's going to be your whole spine just tingling. And then we're going to focus on our arms and splashing on our left arm first, splashing that water over the top, underneath, hitting every finger, every wrist, just flowing that water over. And now we're going to do our right hand. We're going to grab that water and splash up our right arm all the way up, splashing, removing any old stuck energy, making sure we get our elbows and our wrist, our fingers, all of it. And then underneath, splashing this beautiful rainbow colored water all over you. Next, we're going to do our chest, and we're going to grab big chunks of water in our hands, and we're going to splash it down our neck, hitting our torso, and just sliding all the way down one more time, hitting our neck, splashing all the way down our chest, all the way down our abdomen towards our belly button, down into our hips. We're going to splash one more time. One more big splash down our chin, our neck, our torso, moving towards our belly button, down into our hips. And now we're going to splash our head, making sure if you've had any headaches or any ringing or any buzzing in your ears, any noises, we're going to start splashing our head. We're going to throw it at our face and our head and our ears, splashing our head all the way to the back of our head, just pushing this water, this beautiful rainbow colored water all over. Now we're going to focus in on our hips, splashing our hips and rubbing in that water anywhere we can, rubbing down our legs, our thighs, our knees, going down our left leg towards your left knee, all the way down your left calf, and all the way down to your toes. We're just going to keep splashing water at it, almost like we're leaning back and just splashing the water at our left leg, just splashing the water. Now we're going to do our right leg, starting at our hip, going down our thigh, front and back, all at the same time, hitting your knee, splashing this water all the way down our calf, all the way down our foot, and all the way down to the tips of our little toes. And in this water, we are going to feel absolutely amazing. Feeling your body vibrate at this high rate. Feeling your body becoming awake and aware of what's going on around you. Feeling your DNA upgrading and moving into new energy, leaving the old behind and stepping into the new. We are going to go for one more huge submerge. We're going to take a deep breath and hold it for a second as our body dives down into the rainbow water underneath this waterfall. And we're going to feel the energy of that waterfall underneath the water, moving our body, moving around us, bringing up little bubbles that tickle our feet and our toes, our calves, running up our thighs, all the way to our hips, up our body and our torso, all the way up our spine, and then coming up around our face and leading onward. It is just bubbly, terrific, with all of these bubbles removing any old negative energy. And then we're going to burst through the top of the water and take one more deep breath in through your nose, down and through your chest, and all the way back out. I'm going to ask you to keep your third eye open for just a little longer and look up as high as you can and see this beautiful waterfall. Seeing all this water spraying down this waterfall, coming to cleanse and clear your energy. And I want you to see where this water comes from. It comes from our Creator. It comes from far, far away through the cosmic energies all the way down to you, to bring you healing, to bring you comfort, to bring you harmony and peace, to support your system as you go through releasing and surrendering things that no longer fit your life, so you can move into a new level of romance with yourself, falling in love with your life, falling in love with what is coming at you. And if it's not love, it will just avoid you, because it is the most amazing energy coming at you right now. We're going to close our third eye and take one last deep breath in through our nose, down and through our chest, and all the way back out. Wiggling your toes and your fingers and becoming aware of the space that you're in. One more deep breath in through your nose, down and through your chest, and all the way back out. Wiggling your toes and your fingers and becoming aware of the space that you're in. I thank each and every one of y'all for joining me tonight and being such great people with me. I'm just so excited that y'all are all able to. I will be posting this all in just a little bit, and please share this with other people that you think were going to really require this, that would really love to upgrade their energy. I thank you so much for joining me, and I will be live this coming Monday. So the 28th, I will be live at 9 o'clock again. So if anybody's having anything else or having some other issues, we will work on them then. And I thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you again on Monday. Y'all have a great time.